vindication is in the womb of time. Time will expose the lies of the NDC over the last 1.5 years. Lies that they've told years and years over. Now, Ghana will see in between the lines very, very soon. Of course, NDC for Nankasa. If you listen to them, look at their commentary, it's obvious. For me, like the same John Mahama yesterday is the same John Mahama today, and it will be the same John Mahama tomorrow. I mean, say who name John Mahama in our body politics, then I'm sorry to say maybe you are novice in our politics. I don't know how to liken him. Okay, NDC, the new NDC, the then Tetteh, John Mahama, the soft-spoken, Obia who had worked closely with him. Look, John Mahama as a vice president, President Mahama as a president, acting president as president, and John Mahama again as president. The day I mean, for your former president, His Excellency John Satamels Enyani Baby Koye, go and pick his maiden, your swearing in what parliament. I have directed. I'll get the script for you. Odi 1.5 years, Ebedi president. All those directives, I could do him for. President Mahama, Okati sword, behind the West Hills Mall, Botiano English Amanfro constituency, a $10 billion Hope City. And the estimation was that you create 1 million jobs for Ghanaians. Hope City, we are among Google, the Hope City of President Mahama. Botiano English Amanfro, my own constituency. Hope City. In the NDC manifesto, Cyber City has been earmarked to be built in Dawa.
Hope City,
Hope City. It died with the Bahama.
They said
Cyber City. One more country and said they will train 1 million coders to create jobs for 1 million Ghanaians. I've had cause to complain. Say it's another grand scheme. So only be Ghana for. And indeed, the Biamika say from President Kufuor Abreso, okay, and now it be the frontiers of training people in ICT in our country. Now computer science, Dr. Wamo Ediasas Bagana, Central University, Public University, computer engineers, computer scientists. We've trained more than necessary. We have the national data. We don't have problem with training IT specialists, but we have a problem of creating opportunities for them. And so we catch will say, "Oh no, abai beba, no be training 1 million people in coding to do what?" And they were targeting JHS graduate, SHS graduate. Our investment a 1 year over the last 15-20 years in ICT training. So it tells you the confusion in the minds of the NDC. What were buying or promising Ghana for say? May the 24-hour economy beba. 24-hour economy no. Ebe creating nyuma. Ma ejuma ba kunipa miensa nebeye. Wamubaya, the first line of implementing that policy ne say MPP for ya fawomu. Public sector employment. If your processes are a go through, it takes more than 8 months. Nani panya appointment letter in the election year. For that reason, the Chief of Staff of the Republic had written, say Ubia Yafa was our time, and ye wedi. And so Sika umbe 2 ye. Gold bars are umbe 2 ye, and say, and another MPP for the build it up and yes, and come out, So 1 job, 3 people. Explanation: the current government spokesperson or see watch it ton for no you be nyankro from beton watch after 6 p.m. and this is for buy one check joint I ton where mantem ebi akoso
debi
ebi say pudon you be nyata ni mpreko ni amawma duane 24 hours is part of the job creation. I mean, it's laughable. President Mahama or say oba teacher trainees, nurses, there will be automatic recruitment of these people into their professions. Meanwhile, President Mahama of old, Mahama first, all kono oja 3 streams of Yabaimu 2016, 2016 backlog never, 2015 backlog never, 2014 backlog never. Yes, you quite requires of a mount to ma no wait anything. Such a person was I Babe making sweet promises. And in fact, the biggest opportunity to recruit all awaiting nurses is Agenda 111. Agenda 111. John Mahama, first, free SHS air banner. Nenumto, or so what that much money, he will not invest in free SHS. Nana Akufo-Addo ni nabai, ye best start free SHS. NDC minority then, as we are rushing, we should take our time. Now by implementing free SHS. And then for 8 years, Nanado successfully implemented free SHS. It tells you they are on a track of ensuring some good free SHS. President Mahama, or see 1 year in office, or be making sure say double track will be a thing of the past. And then the new deadline about 2029, deception at its highest level. Why your president pay you? And the education minister, or see there are vacancies of employing 50,000 people. My track on my minister for education, or the way approve our neighbor or mommy 7,000. It's a good explanation. Go and ask the finance minister. So immediately there are 50,000 opportunities. Your amount 7,000. So just 7,000 by 4. Krana 28. Sa 28 no. And know what is currently available. So you can imagine backlogs are on Bejegufi. And this is a buyer. One must say we've managed the economy well. If you manage the economy well, then you should be able to pay and recruit. Health minister, say the health sector, there are vacancies all over the country. They need 6 billion Ghana cedi to be able to employ people. And this is a buyer or say economy no aye. So that is what we are dealing with today as a country. And the John Mahama promises till date, it tells me it's the same John Mahama yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Maybe Papa be whatever. There won't be anything. So because of this, they've resort say the training ebe ragana fomu akaya kasabo asheyem. Do you remember His Excellency John Mahama? And a catcher and say the revolutionary tenant is in their DNA and the child monfunoma. And yemi mama say ene baby a democracy kebinamin kembi akwako druno. We are bringing into our judicial system a tribunal system. 107.3 tribunal system, kangaroo court system. They convict him in the court of public opinion. CDR4 democracy advanced to this level.
But abane see the be fast track issues across kuma mu enya fe na nipa no ye de ne ba kru kesiem ne ye be high court ne ye kosi tribunal no ho enti papa ne ye afri ho.
Wonim awehoseme wade mu. Wo mo ka kire yen say tribunal system will create employment. And we share the tribunal system. You need not to be a lawyer to become a judge in the tribunal system.
Yes.
And the NDC food soldiers. And you don't populate the said tribunal system. We've experienced the tribunal systems before. In any case, the judicial sector, you are making a lot of investment in them. We call every district. There are district and circuit court all over. And there's an opportunity for you. Me constituency, but you know English I'm from. We didn't have a court in there. Under President Akufo-Addo, who call a man from in there. There's a circuit court there. Big enough. And they must say 24 hours, no. So the court can sit in shifts.
No a resource court.
No a resource court no. So why go for a tribunal system? But you're not NDC propaganda secretary. No tiho.
Okudi asem.
Airtime. And then
Sylvester we couldn't.
No, but I don't know person mo ye. Because what can the President Mahama catch there and say NDC a lawyer for should get ready and get into the judiciary. Now saying they sought to create an association of lawyers for the NDC. Hey, Ghana for movies MPP for Nenya. Enya MPP. The dark days of the revolution. Baby, I fear bay. They want to take us back to the dark days. 107.3. To the dark days. And that is what we must resist. Positive defiance. Democracy and attack. On Chief Justice. Yeah. And NDC buy 7-8 major cases involving NDC appointees. Ayini anopa bia nolly prosequa. She Sagremi
Collins
Dauda makwa koji $200 million. Se mo ba besi 5,000 housing unit. Musi 1,438 sikanasa. Even site kakra na musi insuo ni ho. Wo mo antumi amfa insuo amba ho. Wo mo antumi amfa akwan anipa be habitable. Yet the money is finished. Now Mubaye yes nolly prosequa. 8 of them. Mubaye Galamsey it worse than it used to be. And in the last 2.5 years, Chairman, I want to know 2 Galamsey. NDC constituency executives to the extent that President Mahama had said Galamsey no enya bontin so for now buy mon penny for yebi. And the so-called CSOs are not holding the president to account. So name them if you are able to know, because the president is receiving national security briefing every day for him to come public and say now buy more for kahundia.
That means when
so CSO so-called should be able to hold the president to account. Now the judiciary system under President Mahama, it looks as if say is skewed to prosecute MPP for Nkwa.
Right, but clergy say illegal mining Galamsey and Paibono mining here. As a bomb pie.
Look, you see,
secretaries here.
Bono me, per my training, me upbringing, and me day, say I'll speak. Okay, I command the dollar. Eh, you won't be able to move. Henya. It's proven all over the world. And now call China. By the next visit, maybe I'll call an assistant. I'm sorry, Dainsen is here. And sorry, Dainsen is here. Wilbur Wright, the Wright brothers, we invented aeroplane. I saw them when we invented aeroplane free. We believe in God. The Adrian Yamidia Manipa. Nipa tu Galamsey say ma a president ababe catch will say now buy mon penny for crack no munyai. Me yes of penny I'll hold the president account to name and shame and prosecute them. Oh look, president has a tall list of his appointees. Now say ya I have for no southeast. DC ni MP. Kromu for nyina two or more to assessor. Simply because they have been named by the communities as the kingpins of Galamsey.
Yeah.
Yet no pastor can talk about it. Selective justice. Hear no evil, do no evil, say no evil. And that is a trend of our country today. Emo rem. Into the future of this country. Abaya waya DSC abaya in 1.5 years. Okay? And Raya no the International Youth Day. In Greater Accra, the nation's capital, 31,000 of the young people in Greater Accra are unemployed. And in all the other regions, average 24%. Ewo Ghana ha, wani nye juma. Oko ka, almost $1 bafom. No maya $1 bafom. Interest rate bafom. Inflation bafom. But niyama buo kosro.
And reflected wa manfuboto.
No, but they should tell us. Nana Akufo-Addo time, $14.1 cedi to $1. Yet petrol price ewo from CNA $11 cedis. It is only under the John Mahama administration. I mean, these are things around us. Hey, now yeti kroma gold board in 1.5 years, a boka $1.7 billion. $1.7 million. Yepe sika less than 1/3 of that to complete all the bypasses are NPP shasye Kumasi kwemo and now ko Kumasi na unsunu egunsem. Na kaban ya ban papa 6 bypasses. Accra to Kumasi. Yes ye jai. My military for over 2 billion. Akwa clear kwam say akwanya yenya wie feasibility. Yenya ma contract expressway. It will be another mirage.
But abane say a bit more easy congestion na wo kwan so again.
How?
Kilometers will be travel dia ko Kumasi no e beti so.
Almost say a better kilometers no so up to about 195 kilometers. Okay? But the question me bisa say there your shares 6 bypasses now your best swerve baby I could do about 85% no. Sika would the clear sa bush na onya ma contract. It's enough to complete those roads. Nipa ewu and the accident on Kumasi Accra. So sebi opening for anyone. Nyansan we him fa. Where is it? We are not angry enough. Now, after almost 2 years, you are still blaming the MPP. And nontina ye true abatia MPP. You presented a better alternative. So we are only scrutinizing Niyama Okekachire Ghana for. That is all. And then who finance minister? The constituency. Yes, see military barracks war. Is that the priority of this government? Yes, see military barracks in the middle of Central Region. Meanwhile, the border between Ghana, Mali, Burkina Faso, the Sahel region, we are threatened by security, insurgency. Nipa botium wa Mali, no more about Ghana. We don't have enough military barracks to protect this country,
borders.
Our borders. Are to force in constituency, a honam kosi military barracks. President Mahama, NDC, namo bon semamano. And the clergy are quiet. Yema koton yama Burkina Faso. Nyabe kumwomo between Burkina border and the northern sector of this country. I know. Woman no good. There are places Ghana is not in control. When you see military barracks, who could see? It was Central Region. Jesus Christ, because he's the finance minister of this country. Or see model secondary school, that is good. Or see teacher training. Or see university. Hospital. Or see hospital. All in one constituency. The financial architecture of this country, populated by one person. $250 million contract from Winneba to the Krum, so sourcing. Also, Obo, the pest of this country, Obo Mbai. Now, security couples in this country, briefing Ben no Munyaye. Say Ghana here protection now, here protection. And what the constitution ever say? We are not angry enough. Bisa any security expert in this country. I studied security and intelligence. Security and intelligence in this country. May say travel. The Sahel region, your borderline. from the northern corridor all the way to Hamle, you see how porous we are. Intelligence gathering. There are part of this country that is not secured. And who was seeker to build military base and installation? What do you call to Ejumako? This is John Mahama we are talking about. This is the NDC government we are talking about. So, media, all these things is a call to duty by the leadership of the MPP. It is not the usual business. We are in wartime. That is why you need a wartime general. To unseat this incompetent, wicked, vicious NDC government is not business as usual.
Right, but honorable say, what can I buy no on a tier kunyaswa? You always have your say, but you can't have your way. And then I'll be
look, the will and the power of the ordinary Ghanaian is stronger than any political machination.
Okay.
It is bigger and stronger. In the year 2000, Obia na oye active your politics mo. Ewo tema. 2000. Yeah, 2000 elections. A soldier for helicopters were flying over Tema. A soldier for they deployed them everywhere. The people stood their grounds. So, Okan Sasha with them refem. Media meka yentie. You won't get freedom for your people. Yes, for yeko ablikuma not. Na aka 2 polling stations are omobe declare 2 polling station collation omobe wie.
But party for ya
na yetina homa NDC asiedun ketia came to threaten the YC officials. The next day omo say aka 19 because NDC home say with that 19 omo twia fire so. That was the day. There must be a call to defend the democracy of this country. If you're a political party, and the way these guys have started, they don't believe in democracy. So, when YC, we should have gone to the defense of the YC. But we are quiet. We kept quiet. Nipa omutu share how our comes in so. Aka every day we must demand for the heads of those people. Look, dealing with the NDC, it's like you are dealing with a diamond in home. And yet the kind of the two.
Right, so crop of leaders when MPP here say media fighters are okui.
Look, you see, Bono Hene, media debia me can say it's a popular maxim in law. You cannot give what you don't have. And every time it demanded the kind of leadership you need. What do you say? So who jumam? Ne jumano asay apra. You look for ubia obetimia shishe ejumano. If all is rosy, then there's also a leader. I'm saying, look, there are peacetime generals and there are wartime generals. The times are not friendly.
Okay.
And then yet time way and I'm a down for new way.
They're wartime generals.
Of course.
An MPP here.
We need a wartime general. We need a wartime general. And it's not a general that will say today I'm a general. They are generals prepared over time.
But critical of you, Becca said politics is a competition of ideas. And yet war.
But Nipa now dealing. They don't deal with ideas. Instances are mama no. They don't deal with ideas. They are deceptive.
Okay.
They are bullies. They are vindictive. And they are not honest.
Just all called that way.
I say only Bonsam Didi. I train I say yetinten.
And I was the first time I come you. I don't just I train yetinten.
Only Bonsam Didi. I train I was say yetinten. So if it's business as usual, then we leave the party on autopilot.
Right.
But the indication from the base of our party coming up is boiling up. And Tibuno Hene, Yamu be there. What we see wrong, we'll speak about it.
Right.
We'll organize our party. We inspire our people. We put confidence back in our people to rise up.
Okay. Right. Campaign cost sign so far. Regions went what me at all. Constituency do send what me at all. Meaning say a difficult work.
Nyamiadom. Yeguso. And your timelines. Elections strategy. And yes, wako abisi usimewie. No, we have timelines. Nyamiadom mutu abai we are from my year. Me call me first round before year 2 abano about 9 regions. Me know mako din komo aya assessment. Ya 2 abane we. Say me san see echire. Ma start year 2 abai we ma start. Me nenem be your covert operations are. Yeah. My year part of Greater Accra very successful. Nyame in Chad on the 18th of August. Me do moi for 3 weeks. Me njo Mahama. Me de bekwa kugu. Baby, I was saying could be 276 constituencies, well structured, well prepared, and will deliver our message. Right.
Will be a wire MP paying, will be a wire minister paying. Will be a say, no, but on Quadina home here, no, me crank coming hammy home, near opposition. I didn't know me hammy who I say me sick war campaign who name me quite probo. Why?
Yes, Audition Qua
Aquadrani.
Audition, one Qua Aquadrani. Me a dish here. Me a dish here. MPP and I am a dish here. And you do baby, I'll say in simple terms, or this year, and Kwa Aquadrani. And we are not tired. You have energy, you have experience, you have what it takes to be able to reorganize again. Because our service to this party spans over 30 years. From the lowest level of your party to the highest level today. And for me, I think that experience, this is the time my party needs me most. It be better to me, aqua train. Your power no mamba. But your movie, say be make it
what's everywhere?
It be better to me aqua train.
I'm coming.
A bit to me.
Moji to me, you are
mamba. Caterpillar, you didn't ye quine. Now, see, be ye quine, you know.
Naka papa be faso.
Your movie, we are ready to do that. We are ready to do that. Because I remember 1991, you boycotted parliament, 92 elections, 96 parliament. Men and women in this country, not cars, I know them, no munibi. They sacrificed. Nan 3 President Kufo, nan the do baby appear. They didn't look at themselves at that time. But they looked at the future. And engineers, lawyers, doctors opened this country. Nanado for 40 years, he was in the world. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the banker Papebi, a renowned economist, globally sought after. As a young man, he left his comfort zone. He lost first election, he lost second elections. He pursued it, he persevered. So, it is a call to duty. It is not for a comfort. If it's comfort, of course, we can all lurk around. But then they do nyonko or chinebe also. So for me, these are nyama and motivated some of us, and we are determined to go every length and sure. I've come to know this party too well. I've come to know the mood of our national politics, and I think we have a voice necessary to garner support to support His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia to be the president of this country.
Right, Maminya, but Saturday regional elections, Bibe Koso Sunday, Bibe Koso Greater Accra region Saturday. What tema expectations?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I've looked at
Supremo Semenchiao. Also,
hey, Supremo. Remember. Yes, they need a general secretary that believes in how to resource, train, prepare a machinery for elections. They need it. So all the young men and women are more energy. They also need inspiration from leadership. A machinery called the MPP must be prepared. Look, I say this without hesitation. Say, in 2024 elections, we had the best parliamentary presidential candidate. And in 2028, we're going to have the best in this country in president to be Mahmoud Baumia.
But is it because you're marketing ye?
Me say, we had a weaker party structure.
Weaker party structure?
Of course. And nothing that they because I see don't can contemplate so be a president. because he believes in a strong, efficient NDC machinery. He cares less the level of his competence.
So regardless of exactly.
So that is where we need as a party to fix, because look, any presidential candidate or parliamentary candidate and any party call elections, it is the party that takes parliamentary presidential elections to elections, candidate to elections. So first of all, to assess the success of a party, look at the machinery you are riding on. So I am coming to lead a party, a big candidate be call election for victory, because over 90,000 communities in Ghana, Uma or flag bearer, 5 years. On to me in Tour, baby, we have 2 years. So the reverse is true. The party takes the candidate to elections, and that party must be prepared, oil, trained, structured, fluid enough to take a candidate to elections for victory. So Greater Accra, I wish everybody well, from the chairmanship to the last officer. And I've gone round Greater.
Who are preferred candidates?
My preferred candidates are the candidates that will be selected by the delegates. They should beware of people telling you to Obama, to interest in. They must seek the interest of the party. Oh yeah, delegates now with all people who come and say to you, sit back, who can help deliver it? And you are downfall. And you mean ya, and you win a country and say, Obama way. Now, I rehearse them, they say, Obit in the region. Yes, soon I would see down, and I would name said, yes, she sofa. No BF in the region, I can't just go to Obama Simasi way. So, on Saturday, I wish everybody well. May the many never work.
Okay.
I mean, I have to be there to give a word of motivation and solidarity.
Okay.
And Crawford, me home watch it. So now every minute we are na campaign kakra nemo na nko checha na oni Crawford din komo. But I will not tell people koto Obama we anakotoba. Una oti uja ho. Look at the state of the party. Elect officers. They can catch on Crawford say, "You dry season. We are in a wartime.
Okay.
Select wartime generals for our party."
Right. Let us say